Instead of talking about the experience of a client or the client themselves, I can talk about my experience because I am the client. My name is Esther and I'm the Jails Project Director for the ACLU of Southern California. By January 2011, I had been monitoring the LA County jails for about 3 months, and during those 3 months had read reports and heard from inmates about LA County Sheriff's deputies beating them or other inmates. During those 3 months, I also conducted walkthroughs of the jails and had the grim experience to see the aftermath of the abuse firsthand. At the end of January 2011, while interviewing an inmate about his being abused by deputies, I overheard sounds of a fight, and when I looked out through the window onto the staging area at Twin Towers Correctional Facility, I saw 2 deputies beating and tasering an inmate whom I thought looked unconscious as they yelled, "Stop fighting, stop resisting." Hector Viagra, James Gillum, Peter Eliasberg, and the rest of the staff at the ACLU were more than supportive while I processed my own trauma of witnessing 2 deputies' overt use of excessive and unnecessary force. The support also came from Michael Proctor and Lynette Nee of Caldwell, Leslie & Proctor, the pro bono counsel retained for me. Michael and Lynette were dedicated and tenacious from the very start in helping the ACLU with this delicate and sensitive incident. Michael and Lynette were with me when I was interviewed by the FBI about the incident. They were also with me when I testified in the criminal trial of Mr. Parker, the inmate whom I saw being beaten by deputies as the DA filed charges against him. And they were with me when I was deposed by the Deputies Council when Mr. Parker filed a civil suit against the county, all of which would have been extremely distressing and stressful without them. They also put in countless hours preparing and explaining to me the process and the legal steps ahead of me. The ACLU has a poster that we give out that says, sooner or later, everyone needs the ACLU. I'd like the ACLU to make another one that says, sooner or later, the ACLU needs you, pro bono attorneys like Michael Proctor and Lynette Lee. I am so honored and privileged to give, on behalf of the ACLU Southern California, the 2013 Pro Bono Services Award to Michael Proctor and Lynette Lee of Caldwell, Leslie & Proctor.
Esther dared me to work in some rap lyrics into my remarks today. So I was sitting there at lunch, and there's that song, Fight the Power, where Chuck D says, most of my heroes don't appear on no stamps. Esther, you're my hero. You really are. You are a witness for all of us in the jail system. You are a voice for all of us, explaining what's going on in there in a place that we otherwise don't have access to. Many of you might not know this, but as a jail monitor, there's actually a federal case and there's an order, and Esther is ordered, or Esther is the recipient of this order that orders the sheriffs to give her access to our county jails. And she really is somebody who can go in there and report not only on beatings and abuse, but other types of civil rights violations that occur inside of our jail system. Esther's not someone that I think started out to be a card-carrying member of the ACLU. In fact, if you look at her education and her background, I think she was halfway on her way to being a cop. She got this job, and she has embraced it in a way that I think with someone of a bit different background wouldn't have done so. She has spoken truth to power with calm, graceful mannerism and with complete poise, whether that's in the context of addressing Lee Baca himself, bringing it to the attention to the United States Attorney in this district, or simply showing up pursuant to subpoena in court and telling the awful truth about what she saw. So thank you, Esther. I just want to thank my firm, Caldwell, Leslie & Proctor. It's really absolutely the most supportive, welcoming place a culture of supporting pro bono activities, and I really appreciate the ability to do this with Lynette. I wanted to thank Peter Eliasberg, who was a big part of our team. And there's two other lawyers who aren't being honored today, but who did help by representing various inmates in this process, and that's Matt Lombard and Michael Lightfoot. And we thank you and appreciate your efforts. And most of all, Lynette, thank you very much for being shoulder to shoulder with me in representing Esther. The last thing I just wanted to say was, if I can dedicate the award, it is to the individuals who are incarcerated in our jail system. I guess to paraphrase a legal scholar by the name of Felix Cohen, you could consider the inmate to be the canary in the coal mine for our society. As we see how we treat the inmate, that's how we're treating ourselves. These are people who are jailed either on pretrial situations or doing their sentence, paying their time, but they deserve to be treated with respect and not have their rights violated. So I dedicate the award to them. Thank you very much.